Welcome everyone to another episode of Starmade. Heck yeah. In today's episode I want to talk a few things over with you. I have a suggestion for you guys for the future of this series. Also, there have been a few suggestions and things that we can finish off in today's episode. Maybe try out a few other things, just make this planet look a little bit more polished up. On the previous episode, someone suggested to actually combine the rocket systems to make these rockets a little bit slower once the alarm is set off. Now, this is a brilliant idea and I facepalm myself for not thinking of it earlier, but when I wanted to do it today, I realized that you cannot access, well, I cannot access it because I'm outside the module, but even if I'm inside the build module of a planet, I cannot access the weapon systems because they are not available for a planet. You would have to make a ship in order to do so. Maybe a ship that looks like a planet. Or maybe you can transform a planet into a ship, but I highly doubt it. Now, if you have been with me for a while, you know that I have always been in this world, in this universe, and done my stuff for the entire series, over 40 episodes now. I think this is 41 or something like that, but we have accomplished a lot. I reshaped this whole planet. This was a desert planet, for God's sakes, with lots of hills and stuff, and it was also full inside. I also carved out a huge area underneath the platform above in order to make a hangar of some sorts, which I've never really finished. I've done a lot of encasement things and stuffs. This tower has actually been there from the beginning almost, and it has been ugly for a long time until I made it a little bit more nice in a previous episode. But here we have started with these two towers. It's been such a long time, I can almost not remember. When I get comments on these old videos, I'm always so happy because they remind me of something that I actually forgot in my active memory. But nevertheless, stuff has been happening here, and I feel like the recent update changed so many things of the core features of Starmade that I'm eager and motivated to try them out, and I feel a little bit restricted in this universe. Now, there have been a lot of changes ever since I started this world, and for each change I have to explore out in the universe in order to really discover it and get a grip of it. And now even all the planets in the nearby vicinity, they are all shaped like this one, so the old shape. I have to go a little bit further. Of course, I forgot about the moving space station through which our planet penetrates. This is, of course, something that I probably won't be able to reproduce. But nevertheless, my suggestion for today's episode is I want you guys to vote. At least all of you guys who really care what's happening with this series and with my world. Now, vote either for starting a new universe or continuing in this universe. And I'm gonna try to give you a few pros and cons. Pros for staying in this world are definitely we have done a lot and we are not done yet. There is, for instance, the mothership, which we theoretically can transfer over into the new world. Another pro to stay in this world, of course, is the attachment to it. I don't necessarily want to start a new season, which is going to continue with episode 42 and so on and so forth. But yeah, it's still quite something that we leave behind, and it doesn't feel as finished as I would like it to be. Now, cons for staying in this world obviously are that we are limited in exploring and experiencing the new features of the recent updates, such as this dihedral shape of the planets. That is very interesting. The new gravity system, also the new weapon systems, which are quite inefficient now. All my ships, they are poorly designed with the new system in mind. Pros for going into a new world would be, of course, a fresh start. We can do more crazy things again. Not as much is done. I can give you a lot of interesting footage. Also, my motivation to start a new world and to start on a dihedral hibernal shape planet is immense. I really would love to do all the ideas that I had, such as encasements, hangar bays, stuff. I mean, oh man, with this shape, you can really do things that are crazy looking. And also, I do manage to render in a full planet, which I'm not really able to do in here. Now, as for the mothership, which probably is the core project of my series, I don't want it to leave abandoned. There's just so many modifications that I have to apply in order to make the weapon systems functional again. I mean, it's totally imbalanced at the moment, and that kind of, wow, that was kind of a letdown. But on the other side, considering the new weapon systems and the possibilities you have with that, I definitely will have to modify this ship in some way. I will definitely save this ship and buy it in the next world. So for everyone who considers this to be the greatest loss, the mothership will come with us. As soon as we have enough money in order to buy it again, it will probably be really expensive. But at the moment, the mothership is not functional. It is totally screwed up due to the update, which is really fine with me, but that's why I haven't been doing an episode on the mothership recently. You guys know what to do. I will put 2 comments down below. One is going to be for staying in this world and therefore also this planet, and another one will be just, you know, starting a new universe. And you just thumb up the comments, or you can also just write in your own comment in case you cannot thumb up the comment for whatever reason. Just write in new world or stay on this world, whatever. I just want to know your opinion. If you don't care, of course, that's fine. You don't have to say anything. But to everyone who cares, I will consider your votes, and whoever democratically won, that's what we will be doing, right? Okay, in this next part of the video, we are gonna polish up the planet a little bit. We're gonna make it look more finished, more beautiful. Everything that I forgot to finish that is halfway done, we are gonna take care of now. And in the last part of the video, I want to show you and explain you a little bit on a dihedronoctagonal shaped planet, what my plans are actually. Hello, what are you doing? Anyways, let's get started. Guys, so while our moving space station is just passing by. I think I have fixed up most of the mistakes that are unintentional. I just see that there is still something that I have to patch up, and over there seems, yeah, there are some slight mistakes that I do not really care about. Whoa, what is that? That seems to be the tail of my mothership. I guess we could theoretically also get rid of that, but for now that's fine. So let's actually move on to one of those Dihida Gonoctrocolonum planets, and we shall discover a few of my plans in case we want to switch the world. And before I do too much crazy work on this world, I just wait for the vote, and once I know what you guys think about it, I will either continue the work or restart completely. So there's not too much sense in doing too much work in today's episode in this world. It was just for my OCD. There's a few things that I have to fix. Well, I don't really have an OCD with this planet, but there's just a few things that I really want to have fixed. But nevertheless, let's move on to one of those planets. And this one is still, as you can see, also normally shaped. So that is something that takes a little bit away from the immersion once you get close to a planet. So we have to go a little bit further away, maybe to this guy, but I highly doubt that this one will work. So we just keep going and moving until we discover some new planets. Wow, so many planets, that's crazy. Oh geez, there's another space station. Looked like a pirate space station. These planets seem to be really close to the sun. There we go. So I've been here already. These planets are still the same shape, so let's continue. Oh, I have a good feeling about this one. This one is gonna be it. Please. Yes! Okay, there we go. Yeah. Oh yes, this is how the planets now look. I have mixed feelings about it, but it is better than what it was before. And now, how many sides are there? 10 or 12? I don't know, but you can kind of divide up your planet into a few systems, into a few core systems that you want to have. For instance, one could be responsible for the defense, another would be responsible for the redstone logic, or the Starmade logic as I newly call it, and also another side maybe could be for the crew, so we can make some quarters for the crew. Everything could be connected up with roundish shapes and domes with each other to make the planet appear a little bit bigger and more awesome even. You can dig down a little bit and approach the core, I believe, of the planet and build something there. The core looks kind of like flowing lava or some sorts. There's actually a lot of cool things that you can do, and you can see the whole planet actually renders in. We still have the same amount of surface, or I guess approximately the same amount of surface, so we can still do the same amount of things, and it seems much more appealing to restart a base on a planet like this, if you ask me. Maybe also for everyone who is actually for the new universe, let's also decide on which planet we want to go to and build up our base. I would presume it's going to be a green planet this time, rather than choosing a desert planet and reshaping it into a green planet like I've done previously. We are gonna go for a green planet right away. But we're gonna check out a few of them, and maybe you can also give me your opinion on that. Okay, so this planet appeared green from afar. Oh yeah, you could see the core a little bit. Yeah, it's kind of flowing lava, but whatever. It's building up itself. This is how a green planet could look like. Whoop, man, this ship is just too fast for me to steer. Oh geez. Anyways, you can see we still kind of have the same feeling on the planet itself, but from afar it is much better. I just wonder how the gravity works, if you can make like a transition or something. And maybe if the gravity is really working, we could do something like an orbital station, something that has a momentum and always turns around the planet. I guess in time they would just drop down and lose speed. But whatever, there's a few crazy ideas that we could come up with building on a planet such as this. Let's also check out a red planet and a blue planet. I've seen a red one nearby. Yeah, over there is a red one. Let's have a look at those and the blue ones, and then let me know your opinion. Okay, there's the red and the blue one right next to each other. Okay, it just changed from red into blue, and from blue into green, which is interesting. So red... Whoa! It's not properly loading in. So red seems to be some kind of a wasteland. The core looks really crazy. So where did the other planet go? Was it... Oh! Ah! Right there. That was kind of weird. But, oh, it's gone. Either stuff is still not really fixed, or we really do have some problems in this universe. I don't think we can actually reach this blue planet, which is sometimes over there and sometimes over here. It's just freaking out. But speaking of these cores, whoa! Okay, I found the blue planet. I found the blue planet. Speaking of these cores, I want to build a destroyer, a planet destroyer ship that is actually capable of blowing up these cores and blowing up planets. Just like the Lex was able to do too. I personally like the ice planets, but I don't think they will be particularly nice to make your base on, so I presume it would either be one of the red planets or a green planet. Anyways guys, I hope this episode wasn't too uneventful for you. I just need your opinion as fast as possible, and once we know whether or not we're gonna stay in this world, we are gonna continue with our projects as normal. But nevertheless, I want to give this series some new motivation, some new swings, some original ideas. Can you make new swings? But nevertheless, I want this series to have new swings, whether or not that works. So don't forget to leave your comments down below, also your suggestions. What could we do to keep this series going and not, prevent it from getting boring? Other than that, thank you for watching, have a great time, and hopefully I'm gonna catch you the next time. Bye bye.